So far in our exercises, we have been operating against a branch named dev. It's a very common practice for development teams to decide on a release branch strategy. For example, how do we decide which commits are ready to be deployed into a production environment? Just to recap, we're using CodeCommit as a secure, highly scalable managed source control service to host our private Git repository. The Git version control system has some features that work very well for development teams maintaining multiple versions of code. Our scenario of separating dev and prod can be addressed using a new branch named prod for the production environment. Engineers are continuing to work against the dev branch. When we are ready to move new features into prod, we can merge the commits on the dev branch onto our prod branch. Another feature of Git we can use is to tag the prod branch at the point where we are deployed. You can think of a tag as a bookmark to remember exactly the commit we have deployed to our environment. How does this fit with CI/CD pipelines that we have created in our previous exercise? It fits pretty nicely. Currently, we have a CI/CD pipeline pointed to the dev branch. Via some scripting or using CloudFormation, we could clone this pipeline to a new pipeline pointed at the prod branch. The CI/CD pipeline would take our prod code through the battery of tests we have created to know we are happy with the code. A cloned final pipeline can take the code artifact and provision or update our prod environment and deploy the application. Why stop at two branches? Another common scenario would be the hotfix. We have discovered a bug in our production code, work has progressed on the dev branch and isn't ready to be merged into the prod branch just yet. For this, we can create a new branch from prod called hotfix 101, for example. We apply our commits to the hotfix branch, and where will we test this bug fix? Remember, we are working in the cloud, so we can quickly spin up the pipelines and environments we need to run the automated tests and view our bug fix. The QA team has looked at the fix in the new environment and has given us the thumbs up. We are now happy to merge the hotfix commits to prod, and the error needs to be fixed also in our dev branch, so we can merge the commits to dev. Our hotfix is deployed, the bug is fixed, and we can destroy the environment and pipelines we created for the QA team to test the fix. We can talk about one more scenario where we use branching workflows, the feature branch. I'm about to work on a feature that is going to take a while and may not go ahead. I may even pause work on the project and return to mainline dev. So I'd like to keep my commits separate from the dev branch. I create a feature branch for my WebSocket project. I branch from the current tip of the dev branch. After a few days, my code has diverged from the commits appearing on the dev branch. I don't want to diverge too much, so how can I incorporate the code that's appearing on the dev branch? We know I can merge from dev, and the new commits will appear in my feature branch when I merge. Another option is to rebase the branch. This effectively takes all the commits that are not in my branch and places them before mine, replaying my commits over the top. Which one you choose is a matter of personal preference. Some developers like to see the feature branch being merged into dev as a set of commits that are a linear flow. This can make the commit histories easier to read. So this was a very quick introduction to something that's a pretty big topic of how we are going to decide to branch for scenarios like hotfixes, features, and maybe different versions of our application.